April 1st, Fool's Day. Appropriate day today. Like these days, maybe for about the past 3 months, I think, I've been seeing something that reminds me of.
Man, it is hot today. Whoa, it's hot out here, man. It is hot today. You know it's hot out.
Reminds me of that. I see news outlets slowly and very steadily beginning to ask, hey, how many more cures are we going to have to take? Countries, just about all of them, have announced that there's a fourth cure ready. And they've already talked about a fifth and a sixth and even a lifetime of taking the cure, like in the movie The Giver.
After the ruin, we started over, creating a new society, one of true equality. Rules were the building blocks of that equality. We learned them as new children. Rules like use precise language, wear your assigned clothing, take your morning medication,
Injected.
obey the curfew.
They're called books.
Hello? My
I
name...
know who you are.
Who are you?
The giver. When the elders need guidance, I provide wisdom using memories of the past. Our world was different. There was more.
More?
Much more.
Right.
You'll see them all in time. All colors, all differences. Our people chose to do away with emotions. Those morning injections take them away.
Like in The Giver, where they were mandated to take the cure daily when they left the house. They are slowly beginning to trickle out the ill effects of the cure and the ill effects that it's had on people.
It is hot today. You know it's hot out. Yeah, I just said that. I said it's hot out here.
Saying the same things that these crazy conspiracy nuts been saying for the past 3 years. And even been saying before these past 3 years. Now, when I came on here, in, I think it was 2008, I think it was, whenever Barack Obama's first year in office was, that's when I came on YouTube. I think that's been about 14 years now. And when I came on here, the talk was urging people to buy gold and silver. I remember that. I even remember the back and forth video responses because back then there was no live streaming. Right? Had a problem with somebody, had to post a comment underneath their video or make a video response. There were no panel discussions to argue with people back then. And I even remember the arguments were about, is it better to stock up on gold and silver? Or is it more reasonable to stock up on canned goods and other things like that for the time of civil fallout and economic collapse? And now these days,
You know it's hot out. Yeah, I just said that. I said it's hot out here, man. Yeah, you know it's hot, too. Yeah, that's why I said it, man. It is hot out here. I know, I'm just saying it's hot, too.
these days, mainstream is talking about food shortages and everything. Same thing those crazy conspiracy nuts have been saying. And I see other people doing something too. I do it too, but in my own way. I go crazy conspiracy theory coming, before I do my thing.
Aside from his daily injection, he will not take any medication, especially ones that prohibit pain. As he goes out, he grabs an apple and uses it on the morning injection instead of his arm.
Other people, I hear them like, now don't get me wrong now. I'm not one of those crazy conspiracy people. I'm not one of them. Don't get me wrong now. But then that person will proceed to present their conspiracy theory. They have to put out a disclaimer before speaking in opposition to the popular theories. It's a shame.
Friday, when the story about General Loverboy Petraeus broke, and I, along with anyone with two neurons to rub together and a sense of history, whoever bought into the filial-pietistic blather about the sanctity of those honest folks in government and blah, 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 blah. But I immediately thought, now wait, what's the real story here? This story stinks to high heaven. This tawdry affair that forced a man of Petraeus' impeccable character and stature, the head of the CIA, to step down over what amounts to what? Online sex, maybe, sorta? Just as he's about to answer questions as to what certainly was a Benghazi cover-up on somebody's part. And then, per usual, right on time, as though the administration rang the bell and had their minor birds chant on cue and as rehearsed, that suspicions as to the story were somehow a bunch of pesky conspiracy theories, which today means anything scandalous, troubling, indicating corruption, embarrassing, treasonous, criminal, felonious, and more often than not, true. What's a conspiracy theory? It's when the Ted Baxter sock puppet media don't want to investigate or can't on orders, or more often than not, if the dirty, cold-blooded, backstabbing, psychopathic, take-no-prisoners, brutal reality of realpolitik interferes with their cutesy worldview, they throw out the term conspiracy theory as a signal to you to stop asking questions. Gore Vidal said, "I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I'm a conspiracy analyst. Conspiracies are confederations, cabals, groups, consortia of guilty people who plan and, of course, conspire to bring about something criminal, evil. It's a nefarious plan and agreement outside of the public's knowledge and awareness. It's a secret. I've just described 98% of what happens in the world. Governments, organizations, corporations, nothing's in the open. Why would anyone make public that which they can keep hidden? A conspiracy. So let me ask you, are you a conspiracy theorist? It's okay, say it. You're a conspiracy theorist. Welcome. Which leads me to my next theoretical question. What isn't a conspiracy? What's completely in the open, transparent, and subject to scrutiny and inspection and review? What organization, group, society, what entity hides nothing? Everything is a conspiracy. What do you think? Pharmaceutical companies hide adverse effects of popular medications. Military leaders don't announce where they have troops mobilized, not necessarily because of safety concerns, but because they may not have legal authority to be there. The Fed, the IMF, World Bank, hedge fund jackals, asset stripping, zombie banksters. What do you call what they do? Oh, wait, I forgot. You don't know what they do you? Now look, the term conspiracy has been synonymous with crazy, paranoid, insane, the tinfoil hat crew. Actually, it's aluminum foil. Tinfoil went the way of the tin can, but I digress. Let's conspire to return the conspiracy to its place of honor and prominence. Every time you chide and deride the concept of the conspiracy, you're contributing to its deception and our distraction. So stop it.